We are back with the top 5 on the Justin Timberlake catalog. And instead of doing the rock with it, stop with it, I kind of just wanted to think about like how deep, like if we had a top 10, like what would have missed the cut for you that is not on your top 5? Because I found some songs I was like, gosh, I didn't realize how many Justin Timberlake songs that I considered to be just like top shelf songs. And so there was a little bit of a fight to get into my top 5.
Yeah, as we recorded our original episode, I've been like picking up my notebook and like reordering things. Because you're like mentioning songs, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. But first of all, there's no NSYNC songs in my top 5. Which like I probably could have done a top 5 of just NSYNC songs.
What NSYNC songs are give me your 2 favorite NSYNC songs?
I would say This I Promise You.
Mm.
I just think that's a beautiful love song, beautiful wedding song. Like shout out to Richard Marx who wrote that song. And we talked about Brian McKnight earlier, and the song that he has on Celebrity called Selfish, I think is probably my second favorite NSYNC song.
There's a grammatical error in that song, though.
Oh, Unperfect?
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of imperfect, they use the word unperfect in that song.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. Like it hits a weird chord when you hear it the first time. You're like, why did he say unperfect instead of imperfect? But I don't know. I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind that. And if anybody can find Brian McKnight under whatever rock he's in under,
did he like get divorced or something?
He's a bad person, man. Like I don't know. He's just turned. My lasting association with Brian McKnight will be Johnny Gill was on. I think he was on Questlove Supreme, and Questlove asked him, "Is there ever a musician that you played on a bill with that you wanted to like beat the crap out of?"
Okay, and this Johnny, had to be Johnny had to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come on this show. I don't like Brian McKnight. You set me up."
Yeah. And Johnny Gill was like, "I can't stand Brian McKnight." So there's Uncle R&B Uncle Beef.
Yes. I think my 2 favorite songs of NSYNC are "It's Gonna Be Me" and maybe "Girlfriend."
Okay.
I feel like I like it when there's the other song which is really only JC, but it's with Black.
Oh yeah, Bring It All to Me. Yeah, that's just
like
JC.
There's anytime where I get those guys to kind of just like sit in the pocket and groove, like I love that stuff from NSYNC.
Yeah,
as well. Okay, so
and shout out to JC because JC is such a dope singer.
I know.
Yeah,
what could have been, man. What still could, like maybe if they do a NSYNC reunion, he can kind of get his again.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this top 5. So some of the songs that fell outside of mine, Still on My Brain,
okay,
which is from his Justified.
Yeah,
that was my favorite of the slow jams on that song.
Okay.
You mentioned Selfish. That was right outside of my top 5, but I didn't really want to include NSYNC songs, but if I did, that would have been right there.
Okay.
Love Stoned, Losing My Way, those songs were also there as well. Can I say I cheated with my list?
How so?
There is a song that when we get there, I think you're probably going to roll your eyes at me of what I added to my top 5. But if I'm being honest with myself, it deserves to be there based on what I enjoy about Justin Timberlake songs.
It's not going to be like his version of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire or anything.
No.
Okay.
It's probably, you may even think it's worse, but
okay.
All right, let's kick it off. I'll start.
Okay.
I'm kicking it off with Not a Bad Thing from the 2020 Experience. There are some songs of Justin's, and I actually I wanted to ask you this on the actual episode for Man in the Woods, but there's a song called "Drink You Away,"
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of sort of wonder if he saw how people reacted to "Drink You Away," which I think was like one of the last singles on the album. And like it kind of got co-opted by like different radios, different markets of music. And I wonder if that was kind of like, oh, I can act one of my next albums, I'm gonna lean a little bit harder.
Into it. I mean, Drink You Away is how the whole Stapleton connection started.
Right. And that's a good song. I like that.
I mean, I forgot. That's another song I forgot about. But it's funny because Not a Bad Thing was initially in my top 5, and I kicked it out as we were talking.
Yeah, I just think it's a really, really solid track. And when Justin can kind of get, away from that, I'm too sexy for my own good. I'm
Right.
hot shit. Like when he can get away from that a little bit, I think I like him a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. What's your 5?
My number 5 is My Love.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the production. Timbaland can be a little uneven as a producer. I think the production of that song is just so like bright. Excuse me. It's like it's just one of those songs that like it kind of like pops off this, pops out of the speakers when you play it. It makes I can tolerate T.I. on it. Which is one of the few times I can actually tolerate listening to him for more than like a couple of seconds. But yeah, My Love is number 5.
I just saw T.I. in a movie the other day.
Really?
Have you ever seen American Gangster?
No, the Denzel movie?
Yes. He plays Denzel's nephew, who is a baseball prospect, and instead of going to try out and like I think there's a meeting with the Yankees that he skips, and the reason he skips it is because he sees his uncle doing big things as like the craziest drug dealer, most successful drug dealer. He's like, I just want to be you, and
Right.
so he ends up working for Frank Lucas, and then he gets shot like in the midst of all that. Yeah, but I was like, T.I., like, what's he doing in this movie? I forgot about that.
Huh? I didn't realize that.
All right, number 4, maybe my favorite of the. I want to be a 20 or 2002 version of a young Michael Jackson is "Rock Your Body" from Justified.
Oh, I mean, that's somewhere in my top 10. Would have been outside the top 5, but yeah, that is. I mean, that I think is the most like ball-faced Michael ripoff of like
the 1981 version of Michael definitely would have done that song. I don't know if the Invincible.
He wouldn't have had you naked by the end of the song though.
No,
that would have gone somewhere else.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, post off the wall, Michael would have like that is right in that pocket.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, what's number 4 for you?
Another song with the rapper. My number 4 is Suit and Tie.
There you go.
Like again, like it's a good vibe. Jay-Z, I love Jay, particularly on other people's records, can sound lazy. In this case, he does not sound lazy. Like he's actually like in the pocket with Justin on this record. Like again, if this was 1998 or 1999, you'd be like, how Jay-Z and this NSYNC dude make a record together? But Suit and Tie actually works. Like it's a really good song.
Yeah, considering all Eminem did was clown on these dudes. Like
right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I wonder
what did Chris Kirkpatrick ever do to anybody?
His name rhymes with "get your ass kicked."
Yeah,
that's literally all that happened. I wonder if Justin Timberlake and Eminem have ever actually like sat down and had a conversation.
I don't know about that one. That'd be an interesting conversation though.
Yeah,
because they've never worked together from what I remember.
Nah, he wouldn't. I mean, Eminem spent years dissing NSYNC. He's not gonna turn around and then. But 50 did a record with Justin.
Yeah, what was that album called? Or what was that song called?
The AO Technology record.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, here's where I'm cheating, and this is where you're gonna roll your eyes.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, many years after he passed away, there was a song called "Love Never Felt
Love Never
So
Felt So
Good,"
Good.
and then they just randomly added Justin Timberlake to the song.
I mean, not randomly.
But like the song is from like how many years ago?
Yeah.
Just added a Justin verse
Right.
as if they were working together.
Right.
I like the version without Justin more, but I still really like this version a lot.
It's a cool song. I mean, and for what it's worth, I mean, Justin and Michael had a history. And I believe Timbaland produced or remixed Love Never Felt So Good. So it made sense to put Justin on it. Actually, if I remember correctly, Gone by NSYNC was originally written for Michael Jackson.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Could Michael Jackson have done that in the Invincible time frame?
Totally. I think so.
Huh. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Until the End of Time, which is on Future Sex Love Sounds towards the end. It's, got like a little bit of a Prince influence to it, but it's really like the only slow jam on that album. Later, they did a version with Beyonce. I prefer the not with Beyonce version, but that's probably my favorite song on Future Sex Love Sounds.
It is a really good song.
Yeah.
I dig the remix with Beyonce too, but yeah, it just seems like you're just adding her on it just because you want 2 stars on it, rather than because it's a song that she would sound good on.
Right. And it's crazy. I guess I mean, everybody collaborates with everybody nowadays, but like the long list of artists that Justin has like written for, produced for, it's like Madonna and Beyonce and Sierra and Jay and Snoop and 50 and Duran and all of these different artists. Like he's Jamie Foxx. He's had like a decent career as like a songwriter and producer in addition to being an artist.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is Mirrors, and I have a little bit of a backstory here. So when my oldest son Brian, when he graduated from high school, I was tasked with a project, and it was to take all of these photos that these parents had of these children and put together the end of the summer year graduation photo thing. And so there's a segment of this, and I came up with this idea where, because this school, some of the kids started at this school from I think from 6th grade all the way up to high school.
Okay.
So I had access to like their 6th grade photos, but then the parents also had access to like a kindergarten photo. So I would do this like little transition of going from the kindergarten photo to the 6th grade graduation photo to the high school graduation photo. And I used the song Mirrors from Justin in these transition of all of these photos.
That's cute.
So it came out. It was dope the way it came out. So that song, whenever I hear that song, it reminds me of when he graduated from high school and the thing I put together for their school.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So, all right. What's number 2 for you?
My number 2 is Cry Me a River. I just like, if you're gonna say "F you" to somebody, like that's kind of like one of the best "F you" songs of all time.
Like, isn't it crazy how, like, we grew up listening to rap disses and battle rapping, and sometimes like I didn't even realize it was a diss, and you would kind of go through the lyrics later and you learn about these beefs and like, oh, that's what that was about.
Right.
And yet some of the best disses have actually been in the R&B genre, because when Mariah Carey undressed Eminem on Clown, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if he can come back from that one.
He tried.
And then this is, I don't know. beef, pop star against pop star
Right.
beef doesn't sit as hard as LL Cool J against Kumo D.
See, right.
But and it's also like the guy, and the girl. Like there's a little bit of a thing there, but Britney, it became part of her act for sure. Because I saw her in concert once because some of my family wanted to go, so I went. And she had her comeback on stage where she was doing stuff that that the crowd was digging about her little comeback. But yeah, like she didn't have a Crimea River like he did.
Right. I mean, and it's a different game, right? When it's not like it's beef, but this is like real beef. This is like you broke my heart beef, as much as, I considering how much tail would have suddenly been made available to Justin Timberlake at the conclusion of his relationship with Britney Spears. I don't necessarily know that he was crying very much. Maybe he had a bad day and he wrote that song. But it's beef based on like real feelings in a real relationship.
Also what that song was though? It was during their relationship when it came to the solo stardom. She was a bigger star
at the time, yes,
at the time. And then as they were getting out of that relationship, that was adjusting. And so this was like a shot of like, you're not the bigger star anymore. I'm the bigger star. So all of this complaining and you blaming this, then like the people, I'm the one now. So, that I think also there was that positioning there inside of that song
right
at the same time. So,
right.
Okay. Number one for me is SummerLove.
Wow.
That's my favorite Justin Timberlake song.
That is, I mean, that's not even really like a deep cut, but I'm surprised.
I was hoping that they released it as a single, and I think it did get some radio play at some point. But yeah, that was when I first heard that album, I thought that was the best song on the album. Like that was the song where if I had a playlist, and if we're talking 2002, like whatever hip hop I was listening to, I could throw that Justin track on because that track was hard. Like it was like the beat was really hard too, and the way that he sang that, and what's the line? Pretty little face on that pretty little frame. And the way that he did that, and then the way that it mixed into, because it was like it wasn't actually a solo track. There was like two songs that they kind of merged together,
right?
And so I liked that aspect of it too. So yeah, it's my favorite Justin song.
Wow, that is. I'm actually a little kind of thrown back because I was not expecting that to come up in the rotation.
I thought we had this conversation before, but
I don't think so. I don't think we have.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So my favorite is actually "Can't Stop the Feeling."
Wow.
Yeah.
The Trolls.
The Trolls song. And like I've never seen Trolls, but that song, and I think it's a little tainted now because it came out in 2016 and then the end of 2016 just fucked everybody's heads up forever.
Yeah.
But that song is such it's such a bop and it's so upbeat and it makes you feel so good. That is like my karaoke go-to. And it was for a few years. But it's just such like a, and obviously it was written for a kid's movie, like it's supposed to be like upbeat and positive, right? But it feels so like naturally upbeat. It's just like, it's one of those, like if I'm in a bad mood, that song will make me in a less bad mood, put me in a less bad mood.
That's what good music is about.
That's what good music is about. Exactly.
Where do you sit with Pharrell's Happy?
No? Nope.
Stop with it.
Yeah, stop with it. That song, I mean, I liked it then. I think it got overplayed, and I just think it's kind of corny. And I also think Pharrell's voice is, I don't know if I can listen to Pharrell sing an entire song. I need Pharrell in like bits and pieces.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm with you on him as a singer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got through Justin And that was a good one. It was a nice reflection back into the Justified days and when we first started talking about a lot of this stuff back then. So that was cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll be back. 50for50.net. Check it out for Mike's reviews of all of these albums that we're talking about as well, and the playlists, and we'll continue pumping out stuff until we get through everything. So, all right, that is it from here for Mike. I'm Double G. See you when we see you. Peace. Out.